Hello, my name is Doris and I am Little Bird Products. This week, what I'd like to do is show you my latest t-shirt upcycle. A friend had sent me this picture and asked me if I could recreate this. And of course I said, sure, I can do that. So after a couple of weeks and 3 different tries, I made this shirt. And I'll show you here what it looks like on when I'm finished. And I decided to make a few more. They were really fun, not difficult. Basically, all you need is a cute t-shirt with some kind of a design or not, whatever you like. And I like the half sleeves, but the 3/4 sleeves in it, you do a shirt that's 3/4 sleeves, and that's what I did here in the video. They're even cuter. I really like it. And then you need a dress or some t-shirt pieces, and I'll show you both of those in some of the shirts that I've done. And they need to be, pretty wide, probably about 80 to 100 inches. You can put some together in a patchwork mode, and I'll show you the back of this one. I did that. And probably 12 to 15 inches depending on how long you want. So you'll need 2 pieces like that, and I'll show you what I cut out and how I did it in the video. And then you need some basic sewing skills, and you need to know how to gather your material, because that's what you'll be doing. And I'll show you the instructions for how I cut these. Anyway, I think they turned out really cute. They're pretty much size agnostic, or one size fits most. They're kind of a poncho type shape, but I don't like to leave them open on the side. So typically what I'll do is I'll close them down on the side so you can wear them just with a little, sports bra or something underneath it. They're great for summertime. If you make them with a longer sleeve, you can wear them into the winter depending on how heavy your t-shirt is. I like the bottom pieces to be lighter weight because it kind of flows, and it's kind of twirly, and I really like making them, and I like how they look. I will put a link to a couple of them that I've made that I'm going to put in the store, my Etsy shop, and I think you'll enjoy it. It's a quick DIY video with some inexpensive materials, and they're fun to make. So enjoy. And I think this is the one that I'm going to work with, because I want to do another one of my really nice ruffle t-shirt upcycles. And the main thing about these is when you pick a t-shirt that you're going to upcycle and do the ruffled upcycle like I've been doing, is you want one where the neck fits you. This is a size 1X, so I know it's going to fit me, and I like the way the neck is with it. And the first thing that we do is we take and lay it out. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do the side, cutting up the side. What you do is you leave the sleeves on, and you take and you cut the sides, and you cut them right up this seam, and you cut it all the way up under the arm. And you do the same on this side. And then once we've done that, then we lay this out flat. And we're going to decide how long we like the front to be. And I like the front to be 15, 16 inches down. So what we do is you take your tape measure, and you go from right there, the neck, and you come down, and 16 inches would be right about here. So that's where you want it. You want it to be right there. You're going to have to get the I'm going to lay this across there for now. And then what you want is that piece, you want to get the very center of that. So it'll be 16 inches down. This is 22 inches across, so you make it 11 inches. And 11 inches to be right there And what we're going to do is make a little mark right there for the center. And when we have that mark, actually I think I'm going to put a pin there. My chalk's not working very well. You get your 11 inches, make that little mark. And then I'm going to check again and make sure I've got it down. Yep, that pinpoint of that, we're going to do that this way. So that's right there at 16 inches. You can always cut it shorter, but you can't make it longer. Then what we'll do is we're going to make this go down and then up. So after we have that cut off, it'll be easier to take and make sure that they're the same on each side. You cut it in a U shape like that, like a big smiley face. Then you have this all open. Then we're going to take and measure. Here's the measurement. It's going to be interesting. You measure it from the edge of that cuff all the way down, and then down and across here, back up and over to that tip. And that's one piece. And you want to have it, that is the width of the piece. Now, as far as the length of the piece, you decide how long you want this total to be in the front. Now, I like to have the front of my shirts all be 28 inches at least, and I like them up to 30. I like them 30 inches in the back. So if we measure this down, we have 16 inches here, and let's say I wanted 28. Well, that would be 12 inches, right? And what's going to happen is you're going to take that piece of material that's 12 inches wide, and then, or I would say long, because it's going to go this way. So 12 inches long, and then whatever this measurement is all the way around. Let's just say it's 60 inches. Well, you're going to want to ruffle it, gather it. So you want to have it at least be 1.5 times, up to 2 times as long. So if your material is like polyester or a dress material, that's thinner, and the thinner it is, the longer you want it to be, or the wider this way, that piece. So if it's 60 inches and your material is really thin, you could do 100 to 120 inches by 12 inches. Okay. Now what I do is if I'm using t-shirt material, I like to use lighter weight t-shirt material because it gathers nicer and it just hangs nicer. So the lighter weight material on the bottom is good. So if it's 60 inches and it's the t-shirt material, I might only do 90 to 100 inches. So then we have a piece that's 12 inches down long and 100 inches that way, if it, 1.5 to 2 times. So you do one piece like that's for the front. Now on the back, I like to have it a couple of inches longer. So instead of being 12 inches for the back piece, it might be 14 inches or 16 inches, however long you want it to hang down in the back, okay? So when you get that done, then if you want to finish the edges, if you're using t-shirt material all the way around, you don't need to serge it, but I like to serge everything because I just like the way it looks. Then you turn it upside down, you gather it, you do your long gathering stitch, and with a piece that's that long, when you get up over 100 inches, that's a lot to gather. So what I'll do is make 2 gathering stitches, one that goes from there to here, so I can gather that piece separate from this piece over here. So I'm going to get my material together, and when I get it cut, I'll bring it back and show you what it looks like. Okay, I'm going to show you really quickly what this looks like all cut out. There's the back. See how it's cut up the sides? And I've got it curved at the bottom, and this is the front. It's the same way. It's cut up the sides. And now we're going to go take, and I'm going to find some complementary t-shirt fabric. I've got a couple of different things. I have this dress that I really like, and it's lighter weight. So I'm not probably going to cut it up. It's got an orange piece to it too, and I like the orange. And I have a couple of other things to choose from. And then I need 2 really, long pieces, about 12 to 14 inches wide, or I'm going to say long because it goes down that way, about 14 inches long, but then width-wise, probably about 90 to 100 inches this way. So I might have to put several pieces together. That's the next big piece, to put that together. and then do a gathering stitch and then stitch it on. So I'll bring you back in between just so that it all makes sense. And here, what I've done is I have the front bottom sewn on. And then what I've done is I have the back bottom serged. And I am going to take this. This is my long piece that's going to go around the back and up the sides. And I have the long stitch for gathering. I have it, every panel, I have it stitched on there. And so I can gather it at every panel. And I'll be taking and putting them right sides together and clipping them and gathering as I go for where I want it. And then I'll come back and show you after I have it all sewn together. Okay. This is the front. You can see how it's stitched across, lots of gathers. I had it lightweight t-shirt material with some polyester in it. And what you can see is over here, I measured down. This is at the bottom of the regular sleeve. And I measured down 20 inches because that's about how open I like that to be. So it hangs down and then a little more open on the bottom. And I did the same on this side. Now, this is the back, which I showed you before. It's all one color. And it would be sewn down from there to the bottom, and the same way on this side. So that's the way it's going to look. I'll take a picture for you on my mannequin. Then I'm going to slip it on before I sew this sleeve shut just to make sure it's in the right spot where I want it to be, and then we'll be finished.